In this video, I'm going to share with you the number one thing that stops entrepreneurs from succeeding online, from getting started online. This is the thing that leads to procrastination. And if you don't deal with this, then your business is never really going to leave the notes on your phone. You're going to be talking about it, but you're not going to be doing about it. And that's just bad news bears for everybody. So if you don't know me, by the way, welcome. My name's Kevin Crenshaw, and this YouTube channel is devoted to people that want to leave an impact on the world, actually do that, and create a business where you're not selling your soul in the process of executing on that. So, I've been in business now for almost 15 years. Now, I've had various different things that I've done in that time. I did network marketing. I had an online fitness business. I did in-person group fitness classes, personal trainer. I've also been a relationship coach, and I did that for 8 years. And now I'm supporting people in business optimization. But what I've learned throughout all of that is something that I was reflecting on earlier today. And this is what was the crux of the beginnings for me. I built a podcast back in, what was it, 2017 or 2018, when hardly anybody was doing podcasts. And I started my podcast from idea to launch that day. And this is before AI, this is before all of that stuff. And, I did a lot of things very quick. I had an idea and I implemented very fast. And that, there's a saying that success loves speed. And my ability to do that and not overthink the process and not procrastinate it and do it and take messy action allowed me to actually build the businesses that I was building and leave the impact. So I was over there leaving impact, and people were sitting on the sidelines still going like, whoa, you built this so quick. And I'm like, well, I'm just being present and I'm just doing, I'm not thinking. And one of the biggest obstacles that I overcame in that time, I didn't actually overcome. And that's the paradox of it. I was still crippled with worry about what other people were thinking. I was still hyper perfectionistic. I was still really worried about making it the best that it could be because I cared a lot, right? When you're an entrepreneur or even a creative, you care a lot about the product, about the service, about the person, about like making it really good. And sometimes caring that much, but not putting it out there is the detriment, right? So for me, and I want you to write this down. This was the thing that worked for me. And this is also what I'm doing with this video right now. And I'm going to explain that in a second. My mantra was done is better than perfect. And if you think about it, done is better than perfect, because I was looking for perfect, but nothing was getting done. So if nothing's getting done in your business, it's probably because you're going for perfect when done is actually the answer. And because you care, you get better as you go. Like it's going to get good. You're just going to get better if you stay in the game. If you keep posting consistently, if you keep showing up consistently, you're going to get better. I didn't start like this as a speaker online. My first video, I remember sweating in my palms, and I said a bajillion times, and I think it's somewhere on YouTube still. I got good as a speaker because I dove in and I did it before I was ready. I did it imperfect over and over and over and over again. And exposure therapy is what changed the game for me. And somewhere along the way, I got older and jaded and traumatized, I guess. And I caught myself very recently being like, whoa, I haven't been taking action like old me used to. Why is that? Done is better than perfect. But I realized I screwed up a few times in my past. And I misstepped, or I took a certain action without consulting God, right? And it came back to bite me in the butt, or it hurt other people. Well, now I have a relationship with God. And I think that's the number one cornerstone foundation piece of all of this, is because I'm not taking action unless it's a direct order from God. And that's another video for another day. But spending time in the secret place with God and leading from the secret place, not leading from a whiteboard or my own ideas. So now when I know it's good and I know it's God, because good and God are different, again, another video, I take action immediately because I don't need to be ready. God's going to give me the words to say. This is the first take of this video, y'all. I have been thinking about putting time and energy and effort into YouTube for a while. And I said, you know what? I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off with the very thing that's been stopping me. And I'm going to use what I used in it before. Done is better than perfect. I've got a webcam that glitches, that isn't the best quality in my opinion. I've got a mic that in my opinion sucks, and I got another one on the way. I got this makeshift light. I don't even have my backdrop ready yet. Um, I'm not going to wait to be ready. I'm going to start showing up. And so old me or future me gets to look on this video and go, dang, that's why you built what you built, because you went before you were ready. You take action and then you let God show up. Because guess what? The results aren't up to you. The results aren't up to me. My presence with God and my presence in rooms, my presence on video, your presence on video, your presence in rooms, your voice on that podcast, your voice on the email list, your what you create and just putting it out there in partnership with God, that's you planting seeds. That's you tending to the garden of your business. That's you being present. The results are up to God. It's not on you. But when we put the results on us, we got to think we have to get it all perfect. And then it puts all this pressure to perform or this pressure to get it right. And it just muddies the whole process. When God's like, I just love you. Can you just show up to your calling, please? You'll get better as you go. Just show up and go. And, I used to be so scared to get it wrong when I started building a relationship with God and Jesus. I was so scared to make the wrong move for a while that it just paralyzed me. And then I had to say, you know what? I'm going to start running in this direction because it feels like God. And I'm going to trust that I'll be redirected or course corrected or nudged to double down accordingly. I'm not going to sit here and try to figure out A, B, C, D, E, F, G before I even take one step. He's a light into our feet, meaning one step at a time, meaning one idea at a time, meaning make that post, meaning talk to that person, meaning go to that coffee shop, meaning make that video, meaning maybe you need to set up your space and tear down the wall so you can get ready for what's coming, maybe preparing, maybe doing things, go to that city, have that conversation with that person you don't know. We don't know why, but those are the steps. And if it doesn't make sense, it's almost always God. So anyway, I'm getting off into a tangent. Done is better than perfect. And I'm literally doing that with y'all right now and launching this YouTube channel. I mean, I've had this channel for many years and I've been blessed with almost 2,000 subs, which is freaking awesome to have a base. So thank you for following along. If you've been following along the past 10 years that I've had this YouTube channel. I haven't given it the love that it deserves, and I'm ready to do that. And I'm granted it didn't get the love it deserved because I was a relationship coach for most of that time, and I was also in network marketing, and I did a bunch of things. And the fitness, this channel is going to be for God, and this channel is going to be for business and helping people that want to leave an impact actually do before they die. With a business specifically, because you're already leaving an impact. And again, that's another video for another day. Y'all, I got so many ideas and I'm so excited, y'all. Whew. So I remember this one time when I was really on fire in the early days of being an entrepreneur. I had a conversation with a client earlier today about this. I had these list of non-negotiables. And I said, I'm going to do these things no matter what. One of them was making a post. Another was sending invites, starting conversations, getting my workout in, and learning, spending 30 minutes, 50 minutes, I think 15 minutes or 30 minutes learning something. And I was going on YouTube at the time, going on YouTube rabbit holes for personal development. Did those things every day. And that is the cornerstone of my success as a network marketer. I 100% see it now, that the compound effect of just doing something every day or doing something consistently over time is what builds. But the stop on that is perfectionism. The stop on that is worrying about what other people think. The stop on that is thinking that all the results are up to you, so you put all the pressure on you. The stop on that is maybe the lack of clarity you have on what you're actually talking about because you've got this world of knowledge and because you're really good at what you do, but you can't condense it to articulate it properly, and you start talking and people think you're speaking Martian, right? They're like, what are you even saying? But when people are in your world and people actually say yes or become a client, they're raving fans and they stay for a really long time. I help people in the marketing bit of that get clear, that are really good at what they do, get clear so you can actually articulate it properly and market that to the right people and attract more of your ideal clients. That skill set is what I'm building and creating right now for the 21 clients that I have at the moment, all thanks to God, because I was obedient and stopped my relationship coaching business when he told me to, even though it didn't make sense, and embarked on this journey of the unknown for a few months before making this offer and getting clearer on these things. And I had beginner's luck, quote unquote. And I think that that's just a good wink from God that I'm in the right direction. So if you don't follow already, be sure to follow this YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, all the things. Let me know in the comments how this video landed. And I just want y'all to implement this. Think about it. Done is better than perfect. Literally commit to done. Commit to doing the thing, no matter how you feel and no matter what it looks like. I don't have the best camera quality setup. You know, one of the things I mentioned about the podcast, right? I started my podcast way back when. I'm kind of on tangents here, bringing it back. So I was on that podcast, right? Or I started my podcast, The Heartbeat, almost 500 episodes. Wild. I started that thing, launched it in a day. What I didn't tell you is I started it from my phone. It was just audio, and it was audio recordings on my phone. I didn't have a mic. I didn't use camera. I just spoke, and it was going to be a daily podcast for me because I wanted to commit to showing up every day because I wasn't teaching group fitness classes anymore. I slipped into some semi-depression, XYZ. I'm like, I need to show up and serve because I need to get myself out of this rut. So I'm going to show up every day on a podcast, mini episodes, kind of like, you know, like notes, journal style to myself and to the world. And that podcast started to blow up, and that's what shifted me into the trajectory of being a relationship coach that completely changed 8 years of my life. And that led me ultimately to being here with you guys now, all because I picked up my phone and didn't do it perfect. And you know what's funny is people were like, dude, what camera or what mic are you using? Your audio quality sounds really good. I'm like, my iPhone. Didn't have any of the fancy equipment. I don't even think I had, like, I was manually uploading that stuff, you know. I didn't edit anything. It was just a raw take, one time, bam, done. Just like this video. I don't enjoy spending time editing, so I'm not gonna. Do you hear me? I'm gonna outsource that eventually, and I'm gonna keep doing it raw. I'm gonna keep doing it one take because at least my people, and if you're my people, you're rocking with me still in this video. You like it raw. You want real. You want authentic. In a world of AI and all these things, done is better than perfect. Human is better than perfect, might I say. And people want that. People want your imperfections on social media, ironically. People don't want the highlight reel. People don't want the hyper polished. Now, listen, if that's your brand, if that's part of what you do, yes, put in some intentional effort. But I'm talking specifically to the people who aren't getting started. You just have to start and take messy action. And when you recognize that all the results have nothing to do with you, and if you play the game, I think Mr. B said this on YouTube, like just make 100 videos and then look at your analytics. Don't worry about your analytics. I say the same thing for a podcast, for posting on social media, for outreach for your business. Just start taking action. Don't look at the feedback. Don't look at the likes. Don't look at your analytics. It's way too early to do that. Does it feel good to you? Are you having fun? And does it bring you the result? Are people aligning with it? Those two things combined, that's your magic sauce, and that's what's going to make the best business model ever. You know, and one of the things that I'm loving about how I'm about to start teaching business on this channel is that it's not a one size fits all. It's not super structured in the sense of like, do these XYZ things and then you get this result. Like that may work and give you results, but does it give you fulfillment? That's something to think about, because fulfillment matters more than results. If you got results and you're not fulfilled, that's failure. If you got fulfillment and no results, you have nothing to lose. And, well, except for your fulfillment, I guess, if you sell your soul and get out of alignment. But starting with that base alignment of beingness, that's the magnet is now directed in service. You are serving the world. Listen, it's not about you. One of the things that's going to get you into action about done is better than perfect, it's not about you. Your business is not for you to make money. That might be why you got into business. Your business is to make an impact and to serve. Now, a coincidence of that is that you make money, but don't do it as a means to an end. Every time I have goal set for my own income and for my own goals, I've fallen short. Every time that I think about how many people I want to serve, and my heart is just I want to serve these people, and I fall more and more in love with my clients, my ideal clients, and the people that need to hear this message and that have been dying to hear this message. Clients just come out of nowhere, and I'm provided for because I'm in service. And that's the biblical design of things. When the focus is on you, all the perfectionism, all your fears, doubts, worries, insecurities enter the picture. You end that game by not playing it and getting into service. Fall more in love with your clients than you do your business and yourself. Fall in love with your clients, fall in love with the people you want to serve, get clear on all of that. And my hope for you is that you actually make that shift in your heart, because that's going to lead to taking action messy, because it's like, I don't care what happens or not, these people need this service. And this is the first thing that I get my clients to do. I don't get them to do anything, but I have my clients go through, every client, whether it's a one-on-one or you're a part of my course, is the first thing is getting them to link in their mind that what they're doing is changing the world and saving the world. And if they don't do it, the world's screwed. Now, that may not be entirely true, but if you can get that link in your brain, you'll take action. You'll take messy action. You'll stay resistant or resilient, and you'll keep showing up, and you'll show up done better than perfect. Now, the reason that's so important is, you think about Elon Musk and SpaceX. The reason SpaceX did what they did and blew up as fast as they blew up was because he was over everybody's back being like, if we don't get to Mars first, some other company will. They'll get all the funding and they'll screw up, and then the world will be screwed. We have to be the ones to do this, or the world's done for, because nobody's gonna do it like we do it. So it was literally like, we're saving the world, and we have to be the ones first to do this. That's what pushed the deadlines. It wasn't just deadlines. It was this bigger vision. And so if you can see that for your thing, about what you're doing is changing the world, saving somebody's world, somebody's lineage, see the bigger scope of the impact that it'll have, not just on one person, but on a family, a society, a culture, a people group, and then the world, and multi-generationally, how you can play that out in your brain. That is what's going to allow you to get over you. So I've been yapping my yapper for quite a while. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you got any questions on this or comments on this, drop a comment below. I am super excited to be entering into the world of YouTube, and I am doing it done better than perfect, with not the best equipment and not the best setup and lighting, but you know what? We're here. I didn't even really shower or change my shirt. I just showed up, and I hope that inspires you to do the same, because the world needs your message. It doesn't need your perfection. The world needs your heart. It doesn't need your masks or what you think it needs. Drop all of that, show up, and let God be present with you in the process. Till next time, see y'all later.